This might be one of the most interesting ban lists that we've had the chance to see to modern date. Big 30% of you that have not smashed the evolving crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it so you guys don't miss out. More Oz content. It is OCG regulation update time for July 1st. And the first thing you're going to see here is, Fenrir got banned. This is hilarious. I believe that this is not only a hit to Kashtira for Worlds, but they don't want to deal with Fenrir interactions. And I understand that. There was a time when we did talk about, we're like, oh my gosh, Fenrir is eventually going to have to get banned. Yeah, it's a very good card. It's better than Pinkertops in a lot of situations. Now, somebody's going to look at the Super Heavy Samurai card and they're going to be like, why is this banned, Robbie? It's because there's the Super Heavy Samurai FTK. For those of you that don't know, this basically allows Super Heavy Samurai to do an FTK style of thing, and Konami's not too keen on certain FTKs, so they're cleaning this up. So that should explain, while this random Super Heavy Samurai card is on the list. The FTK is still doable in the TCG, but it is way more work than it needs to be out here. Hey, look! 2 cards that are banned here that are finally getting destroyed in the OCG. Cyberstein had the entire, how many OTK, FTKs, Naturia monsters can you put on the field? This card has been a horrible, horrible issue for most of its life, and the fact that they're finally putting him back on the list is good. And Smoke Grenade, for those of you that don't know, Power Tool Braver interactions were disgusting with this card. I'm actually surprised that the OCG left this as long as they had this legal. So finally, they're doing some good, decent stuff. Fenrir's ban is interesting, to say the least, because that puts the nail in the coffin for Kashtira, literally. So, alright, newly restricted. Oh, hey, look, it's Monkey Board, going to 1. Okay, I don't really have much to say about this. This is good. Circular going to 1. Circular came through and destroyed YCS Japan. Literally was an absolute crapshoot for what was happening. And the fact that most people watching the event were like, this wasn't even much of a finals. Because, YCS Japan is supposed to get players excited. It's supposed to get them involved and want to enjoy the game. And when MathMech rolls on through here and does something as stupid as what we saw during that event, this needed to follow suit. So now Circular across the board is now limited to 1. Hey, look, this is how they chose to wrap things up with Super Heavy Samurai, by putting this to 1. So the FTK checked and essentially done. Now this is wild to me. This is one step in the right direction for Madolche coming back to crazy levels of power. But to be honest with you, how good is MX Saber INVOKER? Not trying to make a clickbait title here, but how much does INVOKER actually change? I don't know. This is probably a test to see how the OCG is going to do things, but I have a feeling that this might be a little bit dangerous. This just feels like one of those things that you look at and you go, are you really sure you want to do that? Expect incoming buyouts on the TCG for this. Oh, hey, look, a Purely card got limited to 1. Didn't see this coming. Yeah. So it makes perfect sense that the OCG wanted to go ahead and clean up Purely, because obviously the deck is a pretty major issue. Even though you might not think that it's an issue, it is a little bit of an annoyance out here because of what it can actually do. And there needs to be some sort of cleanup to this. Pot of Prosperity also going to 1. They do not, the card is so good that it needs to be at 1. As much as you don't think it, the card really is that nuts at what it actually does. So, interesting. And then the Fountain finally going to 1 as well. Fountain has been, oh my gosh, such a big issue for quite some time. So, finally cleaning this up. All of the limits to 1, though, I don't personally have an issue with, except for INVOKER with Rongo Reminiad being legal. That's still a little bit interesting to me. I'm going to need some time to process that. Going to 2. Oh, wow. They Armageddon Knight to 2. Okay. That's That's a wild place to be here, but you know, I'm willing to see where this goes. Bike to 2 is also okay. I believe once again that they are really trying to hit the ceiling on, you know, super heavy samurai everything. But you could have just cleaned up the Link 1 like the TCG did and never have to worry about this again. But of course the OCG is going, woo, we're gonna dance around everything here. So this Meow Meow was at 1 in the OCG, and we are now moving it to 2. And it did nothing at 1, and now we're pushing it to 2. To be honest with you, I didn't think we would ever see this card move back to anything at a higher ceiling, but the OCG feels like they've power crept things so fast out here that they have to start leading up on something. So that's interesting. Block Dragon from unlimited to semi-limited. Now let's be perfectly honest here. What in the world does this accomplish? This card either I feel like is at a 1 or a 0. More than likely should probably be at 0 for how good it is, but it is interesting nonetheless. This is scary that they're really trying to dodge doing this so much. Cards removed from the restriction list. Alright, so let's be honest here. AFD has no business at this point even being limited post-errata. Like, the card is good, but it's not, like, that good. Salamangreat, Gazelle, LOL, do some dumping. The TCG really should follow suit with this. Honestly, Gazelle can start moving on our side of the game. I feel like the TCG has such crazy PTSD from some of the things that Salamangreat did, which, I mean, to be fair, yeah, there were some interactions that weren't exactly the best, but I get that. Saruja, you can thank all of the FTK/OTKs that kept this card locked up. Dark World, Deep Dragon, or Deep Draw, was one of the most insane decks that I feel like the OCG had seen. So the fact that, gosh, what is this, like 4 to 5 years later, they're finally letting up on Saruja, very interesting. Ptolemaeus also can come back, like, at this stage, like, the card, like, it does some cool things, but it's not enough to keep it, you know, locked up. Finally moving Steam the Cloak to 3. Okay, not much to say about this. Thunderbird. I don't even know. The OCG really did not like the crazy things that Thunder Dragon did. They literally pinned it all on this card. The TCG went after Colossus, but, like, this card's an annoyance. They're finally moving Tenki to 3. That's wild. And they're also moving Nadir Servant to 3. That's wild. Kind of late on some of these. And then, Spellbook of Judgment to 3. I don't like this. To be fair, as long as you never make other spellbook cards ever again, you don't ever have to worry about Judgment taking off. So, like, I guess that's the one thing. It's like if you wash your hands with things, go, well, you know, we're never going to support spellbooks again. There's not much of a reason to really worry about this. So, that's something. So, what in the world is this list? One, this is an impact list for Worlds. They want to, you know, limit some things, line some potential competitors up. I don't like seeing this card at 2, but I think it has been power crept a lot now. Runic, yeah, this needed, all 3 of these needed to happen. This is like your compensation hit, finally. Yeah, Monkey Board's finally back. I don't know what in the world they're doing with this. This is very scary to me. INVOKER is a wild card, and you're playing with some very dangerous fire, especially with Rongo Reminiad. But we'll have to wait and see. The OCG is probably going to be a testing ground for this. See how it goes. If it actually passes all the checks, I mean, maybe in the fall we'll see this card come back. This is just wild to me. But once again, you already know where the TCG is going. Buy out INVOKER! What a list. So guys, please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. And of course, I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. patrons. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.